Hello everyone. Today I am going to speak about vomiting and loose motions in children. The reason I have taken up this topic is I have been seeing a lot of cases which are coming to my outpatient clinic with symptoms of vomiting, fever and loose stools. Generally, vomiting and loose motion illnesses are caused by stomach bugs, rotavirus, norovirus, enterovirus or some of the viruses which cause these symptoms. Usually these are more common during spring season, which is March, April months of the year. So what are the symptoms in a child? The child starts suddenly having vomiting. This vomiting could be 3 to 4 episodes with cramps in the abdomen. So the child will have intense pain abdomen. This really scares the parents because vomiting repeatedly happens even on solid intake or liquid intake. Parents always, because they have seen only these two symptoms, they relate it to the last given food, what the child ate in the last few hours. Sometimes parents stay at home, sometimes parents rush to the casualty to show their child. Over a period of 12 to 24 hours, the child also develops a low-grade fever, and then by the next day, the child will start having foul, smelly, loose stools. These stools are very watery. They can be after every meal or after every hour, as much as 10 to 15 episodes. These loose motions generally stay for 3 to 5 days, causing intense distress in the child. So, the dehydration symptoms are very important for the parents to look out for. So, what are these symptoms? 1. Sunken eyes, or when the child is crying, no tears coming out, a dry mouth, irritability, passing dark colored urine or not passing urine at all. Sometimes when the skin of the child is pinched, the skin turgor is lost so that the skin takes some time, a few seconds to go back. What are the home remedies which we should do to prevent dehydration in these conditions? So whenever the child has vomiting or loose motions, we need to continuously hydrate the child. So it is often very small amounts of liquid. For example, oral rehydration therapy, that is ORS, is a very good solution. It is a powder which is available in the market. It has to be mixed with water and the child can consume it. If the child does not like the taste of ORS, then the other things which the child can have are coconut water, lime juice, tomato soup, buttermilk or even curds. It is important for the child to have frequent sips of these liquids and also water. We should ensure that child does not drink too much because too much of fluid at a single point can again trigger a vomiting episode. So it has to be small feeds but frequent feeds. If the child is less than 1 year and the mother is breastfeeding, the mother should continue breastfeeding. What are the do's? So, if the child has fever, mother can go ahead and give some paracetamol. If the child has stomach pain, the mother should contact their pediatrician and take drops prescribed by the doctor to relieve the stomach pain and vomiting. Mother should ensure the child is continuously having sips of liquid. Preferably spicy food and fried food should be avoided. If the child is able to take solids, we should give. If the child is not ready to have solids, then we should look at keeping the child on liquids. What are the don'ts? Avoid fried food, which I've already said. Avoid fizzy drinks. Avoid sugary juices because all of these can trigger loose motions. So When do we see a doctor in this illness? If the child's fever is above 102 and if the fever is not coming down, if the child is looking very tired or lethargic and not active, if the child is not passing urine for the last 6 to 12 hours, if the child is lying down on the bed and not responsive. So these are situations where the child could be considerably dehydrated and the parents should seek the help of the doctor immediately. So what is the course of this illness? Usually in older kids, the symptoms are relatively mild, wherein the child may have vomiting or loose motions, but the child continues to have thirst. So the child will be taking fluids, child will be eating, more or less active, and over a period of 3 to 5 days, all these symptoms subside on their own. When it comes to younger kids, it is a bit tricky. These children have very less reserves and can get dehydrated quickly. So parents should ensure that the child is having at least a wet diaper once in 4 to 6 hours and the child is consuming some amount of liquids often enough. If these things are not happening, that is the time they need to visit a